Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We appreciate you tuning in once again on the podcast today. We are back with another link up. It's not everyone, but it is my brother and friend for a long time. Of course, C Class, Creed. What's going on, brother?
What up, broski? It's been a minute.
It
I've been
has,
wanting to
it
get on
has,
here, but
it has.
scheduling conflicts and all the adulting annoyingness.
Yeah. That has a lot to do with it, with your new
hmm
schedule and then me
hmm
um kind of trying to stay at work and do some stuff and then like catch up to people who I can like network with and try to see if I can get some more
hmm
podcasts going on or doing interviews after work and different things like that. So we are working, we are staying busy. Man, when I get home, I don't want to be bothered sometimes.
Yeah, trust. I'm
I
the
don't want to
exact
be,
same way.
yeah. When I get home, dude, sometimes I don't even sit down and try to work on a podcast. I just go to bed, man. I just go to bed. I'd be blown
It be
away.
them type of days, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot, running your body all day for
All day.
10, 12 hours. And then, like, now I need to do one or
Now I
two
do,
more
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And it's
Now I got
just
to work on
like,
this podcast stuff. Now I got to try to
but,
network to see what I can get
mm,
done.
but,
Sometimes I get sent or I get invited to other people's events and I attend those and
mhm.
see how many people I can get who are interested in being a guest on the podcast. There's a young man who I forgot to send a message to today. This would have been a
Mhm.
perfect day to do a podcast with him, but he's also busy. I'm sure
Right.
he's busy right
Most
now.
people are doing the,
Family thing, whatever.
holiday thing
Yeah.
today,
So
but
God bless him anyway. Me and him are going to make that happen. That will happen, no doubt about it. Um,
mhm.
just working, man, staying, trying to stay at it. I just need to be more active on this end of it as well, on the actual
Mhm.
podcast. It's just me doing it though, so it's kind of hard to work
Trust
all
me.
those angles. And we do know that I can do it because there was a point in time when I was knocking out videos, I was knocking
Oh,
out all that
yeah.
stuff, and then had the podcast and was running it and all that stuff. But now I'm
Mhm.
still trying to step back into it. It just feels a little off, you know. And I think the other part is I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure out other ways to do it as well as I go on. So,
Well, you always have the power to reinvent and tweak and
mm-hmm,
make things work better for you.
mm-hmm,
And it's you know what, I'll compare it to this, like one of my favorite old shows. I've been kind of went back and started watching it, Magnum PI from the 80s. And I never saw the first episodes. Like they always would start in the middle. Started in the middle when I was a kid, when my mom watching it. So I never saw the early episodes. And I finally saw them. The theme song was different, though every single aspect of the art direction of the show was different from what I saw. So
mm-hmm,
they took something and continued tweaking it even once it was out already. And a lot of things are like that. Like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so just because you're out, sometimes I feel people get pressure to be like, well, this has been the format, so I gotta keep doing it. Like, no, you are the director. You could change whatever the fuck you want to change, you know,
Absolutely.
to make it better. Because at the end of the day, you doing something for, X amount of years. You didn't learn how to do it better than when you first started doing it,
That is
you know.
definitely a truth.
So, you know, act accordingly. And you know that. That's why you tweaking it and probably stepping back and retooling some
Mm-hmm.
things. But
I be sitting there looking at it like, man, how should I go about putting out video clips and should I put out video clips and then reels? You know, how should I do it? But it's probably best to start doing just reels because the reels are more eye catching to people and
yeah,
it gets their attention.
do little short sound bites,
Mm-hmm.
go through and comb, talking with me and Six and all the other people that you interview is always a sound bite that's gonna be like, oh, this fool said that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And using it to our advantage or just to have some funny moments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I definitely like having the young brother Terry Owens who was on my podcast.
Mm.
Neurographic artist. I think if I'm saying it right. Hopefully I'm saying it right.
Mm-hmm.
Neurographic artist. So it was definitely cool to talk to him and talk about his work. and how he goes about it, and the way it's progressing, and the idea behind it, and his inspiration to it, and everything on and off the
Mhm.
podcast, and still talking to him now, about how he does things and how he puts things together. So that's one of those things that are like exciting to me about it, which keeps me interested in doing it as well. Because it's like there's never not nothing to do with what you. There's nothing. There's never not anything to help it progress. There's not.
Mhm.
There's never not a new idea to help your product out. So just different ways of looking at it, thinking about it, and just trying to execute. Usually, I would just go in and just try to make a bunch of videos and just get it going. But
Well,
it's like
you
my
gotta
mind and
you're
heart ain't
trying to be
into it like that.
mindful. You're trying to be mindful about what you're putting out too. Like you want it to be impactful.
Definitely want to be impactful all the way,
Mhm.
and definitely leave my mark like I set out to do, like we have set out to do on other projects as well.
Mhm.
Um, Changing the subject, good sir. LeBron signs a deal, 2-year deal out there in LA.
Yes, he did. I think he's for 104 million, a max deal, which prior to the contract getting signed, he was talking about he was willing to take a pay cut if they could get somebody in there. And it seems like the fact that they just went on and paid him out to that extent means they ain't even about to try to get nobody else. Or they
They ain't trying to
got
win no
some
motherfucking
other.
championships out there.
They need to. I
They ain't
mean,
trying. That's not what they going for, bro.
it's irritating.
That's not, and
Because
I'm just saying this as a guy looking. I don't know none of that front office shit. I don't know how the game work like that. I don't know how the salary cap work. But based on what the moves that they're making, when that guy said, "I'll take a pay cut if that's what was really happening, I'll take a pay cut if y'all can get some guys in here."
and they still don't.
Ain't no
But
guys in there yet, so
but is everybody already spoken for that's free agents? That's because I feel like the biggest ones already done went to whatever teams,
yeah.
right?
Paul George has went to
Ugh.
the not the I almost said the Clippers, the
The
76ers,
76ers. And
uh
then Clay went to the
Dallas,
Mavs.
yeah,
Um, who else?
the young brother that went to New York, that from Brooklyn.
Oh,
Bridges,
Bridges.
yeah.
Yeah, Miles Bridges. That's his name.
I don't know if that's his name.
Yeah.
Is it Bridges? I don't know.
I know that Bridges is right. I might be the first name I might be messing up, but I'm gonna stick with Bridges because I know that's right. Um, yeah, that's gonna the Knicks got them a little whip. They got them a little something. Thibodeau gonna run them boys into the ground, but
And that's gonna be the problem.
and that's always a fucking problem with his teams.
Yeah, he runs like 5 or 6 players into the ground, beats them up, beats them
Hmm.
down, runs them ragged.
Yep.
And then you stuck with the rest of the team not having any playing
Reps when
time.
they come in,
Yeah,
right? I don't know
yeah.
why he does that. It's
I don't
very
know. And it's too
weird.
early to be doing that when you're not in the playoffs. That should be something that you focus more on when
Like it was so many games where they was like Josh Hart in particular, they would be like, "Oh, he played the whole game 3 times in a row." It's like, why does he have to be in the game for the whole game?
he shouldn't
He
even be in the
had
whole
4 points.
Pull him out. Pull him out. Drop the user rate. Is that what they call it? The user rate.
Usage
So
rate, yeah,
yeah, the
usage
usage
rate.
rate. So that kid can,
Let
be
somebody
fresh.
else get some reps, man. Maybe somebody else will get
Yeah. And with that team
trusted in
especially, I
those
think the Knicks they
moments.
going they gonna need another center on that team as well, man.
Oh,
They're gonna need
size
another
is an
center.
issue with
Oh
them
yes,
too.
sir. Yes,
And they
sir.
let Hartenstein leave. He went to the Thunder.
He went to the Thunder
Hmm.
with Alex Caruso, who left the Bulls for Josh, or
Yes.
the traded for
They traded,
Josh
which that
Giddey.
trade it seems stupid to me, but
I think so. And they said Giddey is a guy that was messing with girls or something, or
yeah, a little young. I mean,
moving along past
we're
that, we're
not
not going
even
to.
gonna
No,
get
we're not going to
into
even.
that.
Nope, 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 nope.
Hmm.
All right. So back to the Lakers. All right. LeBron signs back. That's sealed. Do you think like I don't think DeMar DeRozan should go there. I think DeMar DeRozan should go to a team that's championship ready.
This is the thing. The Lakers aren't that far off from being championship. They damn near made it to the finals with the team they had last year, the year before that. With a few, you know what I'm saying? And they always could turn his teams always turn it up late in the year. But if they had DeRozan, a consistent, like, I'm gonna pass it to you and you just gonna hit a fucking deuce every time, at least that puts them in a better position. And this rookie they got seems to everybody is
You
high
know what?
on
You're
him.
right.
Not
You're right. You're right.
yeah, that they need a piece. That's why they're not championship ready. So if
Yeah.
they got a DeRozan,
Because
they right back in the conversation.
that's a guaranteed bucket right there. He gonna go get a
Bucket.
bucket. He gonna
And
go get
then
a
he
bucket.
from LA. I think
Hmm.
honestly, and let's see, and I please don't go to the Clippers because they just waste having good people. No, you just curse. You're never gonna win. Um, he was in the damn Not Like Us video with Kendrick, and it's funny because he played for the Raptors, so pretty sure he's hung out with Drake 1,000 times. So he didn't even put him in the video that long. He just put this little, and he had this hard look, kind of like, yeah, you know who I'm rolling with type shit. And it
Yeah,
was
niggas
like
LA.
that was such a even, because Kendrick is all about the like intricate
Yeah, the
little
nuances.
under snipes and the little nuances. So not only do I got in LA, this dude actually was your homie in Canada, and he still like fuck you, he with me. Cause it's LA over everything type shit. It
Got to
was
represent. Got to
the
represent. You know.
video was dope, actually. And
Yeah,
you know,
got to
I'm
represent.
trying to be I've been trying to be down the middle about this whole thing, but that video is like really good.
I just think that getting back to the basketball part of it, there are some things I'm missing. We don't know. So did D'Angelo Russell? Did he sign back?
He already was under contract from last season, so
Okay.
he's good.
I thought it was an issue where if he wanted to stay, if they wanted to trade him, but
Mm-mm.
if he's there,
Uh,
he's there. He's got to he's gonna have to.
he gotta be more consistent because he be
Hmm.
having little streaks where it's like, oh, okay,
Right, you can do
like you
this.
a problem.
Right, you really
And
can do
then
this.
he be having three booty games after that. So
Yeah, and
he
then he
got
be
to
on he
get
be on
more
the phone,
consistent.
he be on his phone and shit like that. He be dejected on the sideline. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
like it's like a sports psychology thing where someone's not keeping him involved in the game or he's not getting enough touches. But you're the point guard, my guy. All you gotta do is run a pick and roll
Yeah.
with AD and y'all two figure that shit out.
Well, we gonna see how things pan out. I have a feeling that Bronny is gonna be better than people give him credit for
Oh well, we
being.
know that. Come on, Creed, we know that. We know that.
But
I
I
think
just
that was
have a
Pop saying
feeling.
not only are you gonna be in the league and we gonna play together as father and son, but you're gonna get some of the best knowledge and tutelage under one of the best players to
Hmm.
ever play the game. So by the time I'm done here,
Hmm.
you'll know how to run a team, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with
And
like
he's like 6'2", so he's not pretty much gonna be a point. And if Bron was smaller, he would have been a point guard. It's just he was so big, and he's run the point for a couple time like stints. He doesn't do whole seasons, but he'll do like stints. What like because he definitely was a point guard for LA for a good chunk of the last 2 years
mhm.
until they got D'Angelo Russell. And then which is ironic because he left when he came and then came back.
um,
Basketball.
basketball is crazy.
Hmm.
So one of the things that we've recently heard people talking about amongst this was the whole nepotism of the issue, right?
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
it's there.
LeBron bringing his father in,
His son.
Austin Rivers being brought in under his dad, and I
Hmm.
forgot a couple other players who've been brought in. I don't have a problem with it. Uh, if
What
I
you
owned it,
supposed to do?
if I owned a business and I wanted to bring my son in, guess what? I'm going to bring my son in. If I owned a enterprise or a big company, and I wanted to hire you or six, or I wanted to hire somebody to be a VP or something like this, guess
You
what?
could do that.
I do that. I do that. So if anyone has a problem with it, you're not looking at the corporate structure and the way it's set up and the way it's run at all
You know,
from the
people
get go.
just, I get
I
it
think they're
from a
picking at it
standpoint.
because most people don't understand what's going on. They never seen it, and they never seen a
Hmm.
nigga do some shit like that ever. The Griffies. The Griffies were also a part of that
Yeah,
who
that's
was
the only time I think it's only happened. This might be a third time,
fourth or
third
fifth.
or fourth time, you know.
You know, so we've seen it happen. I just think certain people aren't used to seeing us do it and do it in
Mm.
such a large capacity because at this point in time, this is one of the greatest basketball players ever to do it, and he's been playing basketball longer than this kid has been alive. So, professionally, I should say,
That's
that's
so nuts. He's
that's crazy.
19 and he's on season 22.
That's all I'm
So this
saying.
nigga was playing basketball before he was born, literally, which is good because he came in the league right out of high school. So it's good he waited a few years to have his first baby.
Hey man, hey man. I was playing basketball until I was 18 as a regular kid. And after that, I've been playing basketball longer than you've been alive, sir. Longer than most of these people have been in the league. I fathered you. Anyway,
The
um,
fact that he still is a factor at like his averages last season to be 30 fucking 9
39,
are insane. Like,
25, 6 and 6
no,
or something like that.
26.
26, 6 and 6 or whatever it
26.
was. Whatever your stats were, LeBron is we
It's
haven't seen too many
stupid.
people do that.
Dude, I was watching the game and literally he did some shit where he like shot the ball, went in, and somebody pushed him, and he like rolled in a way to where it looked like he was falling, but he literally like almost went up on a handstand and like jumped. I was like, if I had a fail like that, I would have been on the ground holding my shin like Peter Griffin and Family Guy,
Mhm.
like
100%. 100%. Ah, that hurt. Ah, I'd have been fucked
for
up over
like
that.
30 minutes. This nigga just and I can't imagine being a 20 something year old, 19-year-old in the league playing against LeBron. He's older than your father or as old as your father, literally. And he's giving you the most nastiest work in your fucking life that
Mm-hmm.
you can't do shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I love how and you know we old heads, we love Michael Jordan, all this stuff, but we love basketball. So of course I'm not gonna sit up here and not get this man his props. He's a great basketball player. Is he my favorite in the world? Not no, not exactly. He's in the top five for sure. But this motherfucker, since he's been getting older, the little crafty old head things he do in his game, we appreciate it more because it's funny to us. Because it's like now you're using your brain, and he always did. That's the scary part. He's always been a cerebral ball player. So now it's
Always.
just on another level because now his body is not betraying him like the average person that gets that old. Like Chris Paul, stay hurt. Stay hurt. Brian, he began his injuries, but he missed, 10 to 12
I think
games.
I don't. So the thing about me with Chris Paul, I think is because he does so much, and the ball is in his hand a good percentage of the
Hmm.
time. I think that lends himself to and if you ever watch Chris Paul game, he go all out.
Oh yeah, he do. That's why you
And I'm
knowledge
not
him.
saying LeBron don't. I'm just saying at 6 feet, Chris
It's
Paul
because he's a smaller person going against these giants.
and
That's
he's a
why he get
pit
hurt all the
bull.
time.
Yeah, he's a pit
And
bull.
LeBron, not for nothing, is one of the most genetically blessed players that ever walked on the earth. To be
That's a fact.
honest,
That's
like
Karl Malone and Magic Johnson put together, bro.
stupid.
That's dumb.
Stupid with finesse of like much smaller players. He does have great handles for a guy his size. Like sometimes and the power that he have is like the forward power, but then he
I
have
wish that handle
guard.
was
Like
a
it's
lot better
just
though. I wish that handle
oh
was a little better.
But you
A
gotta take
little better.
it's you can't be a perfect player. And at
No
his
one is.
size,
No
I
one is.
think
We all lack something somewhere, as
right.
you know.
Although
And
I was trying to like give him an excuse, but I think about Kevin Durant and that motherfucker can dribble his big ass off. So
he can, but even with him, there are certain points where you see him. He's had enough during the game, and it's kind of like his level of tired. Like it's like when his engine is running hot. You had to take Kevin out as well. So,
they're older.
yeah, you don't want to burn him out either. But
Hmm.
um, the Lakers, man, would you if you were the GM, would you go after Zach Levine?
Um, maybe, but the thing about Zach is he's so injury prone. So you don't want to have like the potential of having this great team and then this person never ever plays. Um, if I were the Lakers, I would probably go on more so for DeMar DeRozan just because it's from LA. Um, I'm pretty sure he grew up a Lakers fan. It's probably a dream of his to play for the Lakers. So that hits different. He's still pretty much a guaranteed bucket. A lot of guys abandon the mid range and he just thrive in it, and his range on the three is better and his percentages on three it went up too. So he's a troublesome player for other teams. I
Yeah,
think
he really
for
finds his spots when he's on the
yeah. And if you play with the Lakers, I think that would put them in a position where you could say, okay, maybe you guys are gonna make some noise later in the season in the playoffs because to have a true three-headed monster like that would
It
be
would be
pretty
four
crazy.
because
Well, that's
I would
true.
still throw D'Lo in there because let's say Braun brings the ball up court one play,
Hmm.
or D'Lo brings the ball up court, and
Hmm.
we're automatically going to AD in the paint, right?
Hmm.
Once the players around the perimeter start to spread out or flare out or whatever,
Hmm.
y'all gonna either have to let AD rock out, or you're gonna have to find your man and make sure that you cover the shooter because LeBron is driving.
If they star lineup would actually be stupid because it would be D'Lo, Austin Reeves, who have potential to go off and get a bunch of threes and all that shit in the game. Maybe put DeMar at the three because he a little smaller. You could put Bron at the four and
Hmm.
fucking uh Davis at the five. That's scary, actually. And then they still will have some good role players on the bench that could rotate in
Yeah,
too. So
yeah. I think you still got Vanderbilt and a couple other guys that are key
yeah, they
pieces
rookie that
coming
they
off the
just got. So
connect.
hmm.
And then you bring him in to shoot as well. And and then if you're Anthony Davis and you're looking for a guy who you know is a guaranteed bucket, you're looking for DeMar. You you're passing out. He takes his couple dribbles in, pump fake, do whatever he's gonna do. That's 2 points, 17, 19, 15, 17, 15 to 19 feet. That's a bucket.
Hmm.
It's a guaranteed bucket. And we go on back down court and we play defense, gets a rebound, and we come
So
back down.
hopefully, they can attract a player to come that's actually worth it that can put them because they really one strong player away because they have good auxiliary pieces around LeBron and Davis, but they need one more person.
Mm-hmm.
One more person. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be like, okay, now you're gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be fun watching all these Western Conference
I think they
games
need a guy
because
to. I think they need a true center in there.
yeah,
If they could, man, I would love to see them get Dwight Howard back out there on the court, but I'm not sure if that could
I
happen.
don't think he coming back to the
If it's
NBA.
not him, what's the guy that they had this season? Was it Nance? Was Nance out there? No, no, no. What's the other guy from the
No,
Pelicans? From the
Woods.
Pelicans?
Christian
No, no,
Woods.
not Christian Woods. The other guy.
Okay.
It's another guy I think they got from the Pelicans, man. Young skinny dude or whatever. And he was running up and down the court.
Oh, Hayes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jackson
he's
Hayes.
good. Yeah, I like him. He's good. I'm pretty sure he coming back. So They got pieces, man. I think they just need a strong third option. Now the Bulls, I don't
So for me, we don't really have to discuss them because we know that team hasn't been built to
win in a long
yeah, in a
time
very long
on
time.
purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
Because
We had
punk
conversations on the
ass.
podcast and off the podcast about that. They aren't built to win and they're not going to win. Um,
I hate how they doing that team, man. Can Jerry Reinsdorf sell them, please? Sell them
Jerry
to
Ryan stuff ain't gonna
somebody.
sell them, man.
He never gonna sell them because the only way that he will sell them if they start really not getting attendance and stop making him
Yeah.
money.
And
But
then that means that we have to go
Chicago
on social
people,
media and blast it and tell people to don't go to games, man.
yeah,
Y'all are being hustled.
honestly, honestly, if I still lived in Chicago, shit, I'd spearhead the campaign from LA. Cause I swear, I just tired of the Bulls being trash, man,
Yeah.
and the Bears. Although
We'll see what happens this
they
season with
they
the
ain't
Bears.
been so.
We'll see what happens
I'm
this year
it's
with the
it's
Bears. I'm not
I'm
saying I'm
being
buying a jersey, but
cautiously
I'll be watching.
optimistic because in our lifetime, I don't know if we've ever got our hands on a prospect of this caliber
Very
at
true.
the quarterback position. I mean, maybe defensively, yeah, for sure.
We've
We
always
have,
had good defensive players, but
but
never
our
nothing like
defense
this.
is already good right now. So if
Hmm.
you're adding this really strong offensive focus, shit could be
Salute to the Bears.
good. I'm
Salute to the
finally,
Bears.
man. Thank you, because
Shout out
we've
to
been
Caleb
waiting.
Williams. Shout out to Rome Odunze. What's
Hmm.
the other brothers' names? DJ Moore and
Yep, they
Keenan
got
Allen.
yeah, they got some
So we
dogs,
got
man.
yeah,
So
we got
we
spots filled at those top spots at the wide receiver. So it's gonna be a motherfucker trying to guard those guys when they start
we're
opening
gonna
up that
see because
playbook.
he's
But
still,
we gonna see. He
at
ain't
the
done
end of the
nothing.
day, he's a rookie quarterback
He ain't
in the
done nothing.
NFL, and we know how number one pick or not, that shit do not be mattering. Now that dude, CJ Stroud, he was so great in his rookie year. Like he
For the
really,
Houston Texans, right?
yeah. And to be a quarterback and play that good, like, bruh, that shit's hard.
And now
But
you
he
got
got
another
all the
weapon over there
tools.
too.
Yep. I can't believe the Bills let go of
I
Stephon Diggs.
can. Bro was tired. He was tired of being
He
over
was
there,
tired of
man.
being over there.
Yeah, he was tired of being over
I
there.
think that this is gonna be a renaissance for his career, being with this young, I hate to add this in there, but I think it's gonna be a layer of connected camaraderie that's a little different. Because it's a black quarterback, he young, he gonna probably take him under his wing more versus him and Allen was around the same age. So it was less of that mentor-ish vibe that
And
was
also
there.
for the QB for a Buffalo,
Uh-huh.
man, you need me. You need me. You need me to throw you the ball. I don't need you. I throw the ball whatever the fuck I want to. I throw you short passes, long passes, and we'll just say you missed the ball. And I ain't saying that's what happened, but we know that can happen when you out
That
there on the
can't
field.
happen. No, I think they had a good relationship, and they
Oh, shit. Then why
definitely
we leaving
tried.
then? Why leave? If we got a good relationship,
Didn't
why
he
am I
get
leaving?
traded? Didn't he get traded?
Because he wanted to get traded, bro.
Oh, well,
They ain't
shit.
just trade
I
him
don't
because
know.
there was something better. They trade him because he wanted to get the fuck up out of there.
Well, it might be just because he tired of losing. It might not have nothing to do with
I believe it's tired of losing, but I also believe that during those games where, hey, if you hired me to be the number one receiver on this team, and down the stretch of a game, you go into guys that are guarded or they're not like me, and I'm not getting the ball, man, get me the fuck out of here, man. Get me the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck if it's a 5 yard pass. Get me the fucking ball, bro. Let's go. That's what
yeah.
I'm here for. Let me show y'all what I'm capable of doing. Let me show you why I got the money, why y'all gave me the fucking money.
Well,
This
that's
is what I
probably what
do.
happened.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
quite
that's
sure
what
it was,
happened.
especially at the end of what, 2 seasons ago, when they was on the sideline and he was up in his face. He's like, "Hey man, pass me the ball. Get me the ball. Get me the ball."
Hmm.
And everybody was sitting there
Hmm.
looking like wasn't nothing happening. And he was like, "Yo, I'm open. Give me the ball." Now,
Well,
Now you have no receivers, right? Because Gabe Davis is gone and
Yeah,
Jimmy's gone.
yeah, they about to be hurting because if he don't have nobody to pass to, then what can he really do?
Yeah. Now they like, all right, look, since you so cold, let's see what you do now when ain't no receivers around.
Hmm. Because even Tom Brady looked human when he didn't have no receivers, although he still made those motherfuckers catch the Watkins. I
And
don't
that
know.
motherfucker made everybody look good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady made everybody look good. As long as you was out there to catch the fucking ball, Tom threw that shit to you. You know,
Yeah,
you just
Tom
wasn't
was
gonna get it again
different.
if you messed up one or two of them passes that he threw. We know
Hmm.
that was a fact.
That fool really played like 20 seasons.
20
20.
seasons in the NFL, won 7 rings, bro.
That's
7 rings, six with one
nutty.
team, one with another.
That's so nutty. Like, and it wasn't just 20, I think it was 21.
I don't
Because
care
he
how
played
many.
till he was 40,
I don't care. Tom Brady
40.
did that shit. A
Because how
six
old
round
is he?
draft pick, like
Because
45 or
it,
something like that.
right, I think he was playing when he was 45. That's fucking crazy.
Tom Brady's an
That's
ill
crazy.
motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I liked him more when he went to Tampa because I hated the Patriots so much, but I always gave him his respect, even though he was on a team I hated. But
Hmm.
when he went to Tampa, I was like, I can root for you. All right,
Yeah, the
bet.
fact that he went over there and said, "This is what I want. This is what I need." Oh yeah, I got receivers too. This is gonna be easy.
And just proceeded to win a damn Super Bowl without fucking Bill Belichick
And
immediately
and
just to
then
shut that shit down.
yeah,
Like I needed him. No, it was me, baby.
yeah. The thing that I don't like about that situation and the way that it transpired was a fact that Robert Kraft, you're the owner of this team, and you say that Tommy is your quarterback, and you let someone else dictate if he leaves or not. I would have said, yo, give him another 3 year deal, give him $100 million, and leave him the fuck
And,
alone.
and or get a new coach
Yeah,
because clearly this motherfucker got lucky because not that he wasn't a good coach, but he ain't won the shit without Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, literally the next fucking season after he left, he was like, "Let me show you something right quick."
yeah. And some people say, oh, it's the NFC. Man, it's football, bro. To
The
get to the top of the,
NFCs, it's some
it
that
don't matter.
now
To get to the top of the,
that division in the defense of the detractors, that the division is like a very
is
weak
weak.
ass
It's
division.
weak.
You know,
But
now
to
the
get to the
NFC as
top
a
of that
whole
heat,
isn't.
yeah, to get to the top of the
Yeah.
heat and then play in the end for that big game, it take a lot to
Hmm.
get there, man. That ain't no easy feat. So I salute Tom Brady for doing that, man. And to be able to go there and do that, and there is no Belichick. But Robert
Hmm.
Kraft, man, you that was your job. That was your job as the owner. Hey, I want Tommy to be here, and he gonna be here as long as he say he wants to be here. I already got 3, 4, 5, 6 rings because of him. No, man, give him whatever you want because he been taking shortcuts his entire career just so other guys can get paid. So pay my man out, man. Give him a 3 to 5 year deal. Give him $200 million. We're gonna give him 100 million up front or 120 million up front, and we pay the rest on the back end and let him rock out.
Yeah,
And
that's
whatever,
one thing that Tampa did do when they cashed his ass out. They
yeah,
was
they
like, "Oh,
did.
you coming here? Oh, we got you."
Yeah, we'll look out for you. We know that you a guy that been looking out for the other players that you play with, but we got you. We got you on this one.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Switching the subject over. Switching the subject over. All right. Architects of Mars. Curated by the curious. Victory engineering. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. I be in the back rooms, y'all. I be in the back rooms. I know what they be talking about. I know what be going on back there. Y'all don't know, but I. All right, what we got going on, man, for the new season? What we got going on?
Um, so yeah, I got a new collection coming out soon.
What's it called? What's it called?
Architects Evolve. So the name of the brand is Architects of Mars. A lot of the imagery I've been doing over the past few years have been like purple aliens and robots and using them in like various pop culture moments that I kind of reformat to, fit my brand ethos and all of that. But this collection is really explaining why I use the purple aliens, what they represent to the brand, their origins, um, just telling a deeper story of what Architects of Mars is on a lot of different levels, from a level of what our pillars are, from a level of just the deeper story of what makes us stand apart from different people who make clothes. To be honest, like there's so many people out here got brands, huge brands, small brands. What sets me apart. I will have some original pieces, cut and sew pieces, a part of this collection too. I got a kimono, I got some lounge pants, I got a couple other things up my sleeve. So we're doing some things. This is gonna be fun. This is really me showing everybody like all the things that I love in art that are my influences to even create this brand.
How long have you been working on this concept?
Honestly, this whole year, this has been kind of like why, if you are following Architects of Mars, the last collection was in the fall. I've been doing little mini drops here and there, but I've been kind of quiet because I've been in the lab cooking this up. And what's coming, I think people who are going to be new to the brand, or people that's been following the brand for the past 5 years or so, you're going to see, the evolution. That's why I call this Architects Evolve, because this is the new style language of Architects of Mars going forward. Like everything is going to be different, but for the better. It's going to be a more pure vision of what this brand is.
All right. All right. So we get from and that will be architects evolve.
Yes.
All right. And then from there, that's part one. Then we will move into the era of curated by the curious, which I think is a very dope motto. And it speaks for itself for all those who are curious, for all those who are
Mm-hmm.
engineers, architects, creators of their own content, whatever your content may
Mm-hmm.
be, whether you are a fashion designer, whether you do a podcast, uh, whether you
Gotta
work
be
in TV.
curious.
Yeah, you got to be curious about what it is that you're doing. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
curious. I'm curious with
Mm-hmm.
women when I be touching their body
Oh, here you go.
and all that stuff. But
Uh,
we gonna
well, so curated by Curious and Victor Engineering, like these are pillars in my brand. These are words and phrases I've been using over the past couple years, and these are things that I just believe in as far as you have to be curious to curate your life in the way that you want to, as far as doing research to learn more about things to make you better. Like all of this is like a curious spark, sets you on that path. And then as far as victory engineering, I came up with that. Just is literally what it sounds like. Like nothing in this world is given to you. You have to take it. So your victory have to be engineered by you. So
mm-hmm.
anything that you want to do, you got to put in the work to make it happen. So these are the pillars, and these are things I'm going to lean into. And I don't want to give too much away,
No,
as
we ain't
far
gonna you ain't gonna
as,
do that, but
but
the
those
curated
are
by the
going to be the
curious.
things that we're going to lean into and world build
Mm-hmm,
off
mm-hmm.
of.
The curated by the curious concept motto.
Hmm.
I think that's just such a dope way of saying it.
Hmm.
Because even as a fashion designer, you have to be curious about, how can I make this work? How
Everything,
can I change
everything.
this? Hey, they did it like this over there on that side. But
Hmm.
what if I took it and I did this with it?
Yeah,
How
because
would that turn out?
well, it's and being from Chicago and him being from Chicago, I do like Virgil.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you know, I don't agree with 100% of the way, I guess his design language was, but some of it I do love. So it's not even, it's 50-50. But one thing that I took from him as far as like listening to him, like one of the things he said, he'll take something and change 3% of it. A lot of it is just rethinking certain things that already exist. Cause, as Nas said, no idea is original, like
Nothing
it's,
is new under the sun.
we have done at this point we've done so many variations of the same thing. There's only so much you can do, especially with men's fashion. Although I do things unisex, and I will have actually a few garments that's going to be more women focused, so it's not going to just be like, I think the whole concept of the way I look at Architects of Mars as far as women is like you stealing your boyfriend's clothes and making it look cute.
Mm,
And that's, something I've experienced in my life,
I
always
have
having
to.
a adult closet full of things. And, you look up like, what happened to blah, blah, blah. You look on Instagram and they got your t-shirt tied up in the corner and got some heels. I'm like,
With a belt. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's cool to be appreciated, I guess, for
Yeah. Or
having
they
good
take your
style.
they take your denim jacket and match it up with their pants
Mhm.
outfit, you know? And
My one thing that I'm kind of like off limits though, you could take whatever clothes, but my fedoras, you can't really,
leave that
I
alone.
because I'm not a I'm at H&M or Zara and see a fedora and buy it type of guy because those are pieces of garbage. I'm going to a hat store where the cheapest hat probably is about $50, and that's a damn trucker hat. So that's to give you an idea of where you're going in these spots when you're looking at nice hats. So you're not about to get foundation all on my hat and
Mm.
makeup and mess my shit up. I'm so sorry.
And
Now,
you know that is going to happen, my brother.
however, now if I had a woman that was natural and didn't wear all that, maybe I'll be a little bit more lenient, but
Mhm.
we'll see. But
Only
most
time will
part,
tell.
no.
All right. And then the last pillar, get
Victor
to
Engineering.
I don't need you cutting me off trying to say it. Let me go ahead and introduce it. This is my job. Let me do my motherfucking job, my guy.
My
Let
bad.
me
My
do
bad. I got
my
excited.
motherfucking job. I know you got excited, but I just need you to calm your ass down. You know what I'm saying? And let me do this part. The third pillar that you are working on
Mhm.
as these new designs and as this new fashion
Mhm.
concept comes out. The third design is victory engineering. Talk to me about that, Creed.
Well, actually, one of my favorite early designs, it was a shirt that said Finesse Club, and underneath it, it said, I think on no, I had two things about like one said cunning culture and victory engineering or something. These things was just on there. And then when I thought of it, I just thought that it went with the design. It kind of had like this soccer theme type look, like a
Mm-hmm.
soccer jersey
Mm-hmm.
layout. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I like that phrase, but I wasn't even thinking about making it be something that was going to be a part of the design language of what Architects of Mars was going to do going forward yet. But those were the first things. So obviously, I always look back at my early stuff to kind of, be inspired or see how I could rethink something with a new perspective, whatever. So I kept looking at that phrase. I was like, that is such a strong phrase, like victory engineering. Like is when you take those two words and define it by what it sounds like, is like you are creating your wins off of your work. That is what it is, essentially. Like Michael Jordan was victory engineering when he was in the gym for hours and hours and hours. Just like Kobe was victory engineering when he was in the gym for hours and hours and hours before all his teammates was there and being there 4 o'clock in the morning. Like that's what victory engineering is. Like you're not leaving it to chance. You're gonna put in the work to make the win happen.
I
And
also see part of it, the victory engineering is being able to step back and see your work
mm-hmm,
bear fruit. So
manifest, yeah.
so yeah, so you see the Jordans, you see the Kobe's, you see the Patrick Mahomes, but you also see the things that come with them, the Gatorade commercials, the shoes, the multi-million dollar brandings that are
Mm-hmm,
outside of basketball, that are part of him, part of the victory engineering, because others recognize what they're great at and they want to attach themselves to it
mm-hmm.
and make money as well. So that's also a part of it that I see. But
Right. Yeah,
fruit is a
that's another way to
bug,
no,
what I think.
that's another way to look at it. And I like that actually, because it is partially the work that goes in, but also seeing the results of that work at the same time.
Yep.
So
How it bears fruit. Yeah.
so in terms of the way that the formats will be visualized, it's kind of that in a way, So you'll see it's coming soon. And we got some cool original pieces, like I said, that's gonna go with the graphics that I produce for it. So I'm
Word.
excited. I'm very excited about this collection.
Absolutamente. Absolutamente. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait. I
Yeah,
can't
you've
wait.
been
I can't
supporting
wait.
me for a long time, man. I appreciate it. That's
And
many
why wouldn't I?
episodes of faux profits that I see my homie wearing one of my shirts, and I'm not even in it. He just wearing the shit because he wearing
Well, you gotta
it.
think about it. I grew up on graphic tees. I've helped
Mhm,
design graphic tees. I worked for a company that did graphic tees. You put me onto companies that would let me sell slogans to them for graphic tees.
mhm,
So I did all that. So why not turn around and the money that I spend or the money that I make from doing that, why not put it into somebody I know? Why not help support his brand? If people like the shirt that I got on now, kicking it old school, right? If they like this shirt, why not, put them onto something that my homie did? Why not tell them about a
Word.
store that one of the brothers, Jimmy, or one of the other brothers have? Why
Yeah,
not tell them
that's
about stuff
dope.
like that? We go out of our way to support other people's stuff, not
Hmm.
realizing that we're handicapping our own people but not supporting and blah blah blah. We don't even have to get into that, but I
Right.
spread love and I show love. I give respect, love, and integrity. Everybody knows that. But you my
Yes,
dude, so I'm
indeed.
always gonna
Appreciate
support.
you, man.
And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I am going to support everybody that knows me that has a business. I may not show up today, I may not show up tomorrow, but I do show up.
Hmm.
When a young lady had the bake shop and she was selling muffins and cakes and all that stuff, she said, "Yo, you never come to my shop. You never come to my shop. Give me time. I get there." And when I finally got there, she didn't even recognize who the hell I was. So I
Mm.
bought a bunch of stuff, and as I was about to leave, she recognized the shoes I had on. She said, "Oh my God, you've been here the whole time buying all this?" Yeah, yeah, I've been in here twice.
But it's not even for the credit. It's just because you want to
Mm-mm.
support, and
I'm there to
that's some
support.
dope shit.
I'm there to support. You know what I mean? And I, s- I my graduating class is class of '99. A lot of the people I know who been working this long and have had jobs are quitting their jobs and they're starting their own business because they're stepping out on faith. They're jumping ship because they realize that, okay, I can do it now.
Yep.
I've learned all the game I'm supposed to learn. I've
Hmm.
gotten to this certain part, working in these companies, working in these corporate structures. Now I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it on my own. I saved enough money. My kids are where they need to be, or I'm where I need to be. So I can take off the next few months to a year and just do this. And there's so many people from 99, 98, 2000, 2001 that I know that are taking that step forward to do what they desire. And I salute to all you motherfuckers. It don't even matter if you're part of that class, but salute to everybody out there that's stepping out on faith and stepping out on their own ability
Yeah,
to
it's
to to
it's
make some money and do something.
it's a challenge,
It is.
and but it's I feel like to put your own destiny in your hands and have control over your time more and all these different things, like it's so much worth it. But just got to be smart about it. I'm sure once we get off camera again, it's a couple things we even need to talk about in
Yes, there
terms
is
of
because we didn't get a chance to talk the other
the
night.
other day. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's all good.
yeah.
But
You want to
yeah,
end it
man.
here or you want to keep going, Marafara?
Uh, we could probably wrap it up right here because it's still the holiday. I'm gonna try to get a plate up out of somebody tonight.
Oh, 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 oh. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, this has been Full Profits Podcast, along with Architects of Mars creator Creed, my brother, my friend,
and
longtime friend.
also and also culture foolishness, which is
Culture Foolishness is a
currently
podcast.
yes, and it is on episode 3 right now. So go to YouTube and soon all of the other streaming platforms and
Tell them what you're doing with that
holler.
podcast. Tell them what you're doing with that podcast, brother.
Culture foolishness is just me and my sister and I breaking down things in the culture as far as things that affect millennials and Gen X and Gen Z too, because most of the millennials kids are Gen Z, so all of that. But yeah, just our spin. My sister is really funny and insightful, and I just wanted to give her a platform to talk and share her views with you guys and her wisdom. And sometimes I say smart stuff too, so I hope I can put you guys onto some game as well. But yeah, Culture Foolishness is up now. We also doing recaps on Power Book 2 Ghosts
Got to say
as
that. You got to
well.
say that because that's a big part
So
of it.
and that's we got several reviews of BMF, Power Raising Canaan, rap shit, which I think was the last season, unfortunately. But check us out on YouTube, Culture Foolishness,
Yeah, man, motherfuckers is working, working,
all
working.
the
All
time.
right. And with that said, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. I'll say it one more time. Remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken.
Woo!